You don't just walk up to the 2025 G-Wagon. You approach it slowly, because even at a standstill, it dominates the frame. The stance is unmistakable, the silhouette eternal. In a world where cars get softer and curves get safer, the G-Wagon is a wall on wheels. And that wall just got smarter, cleaner, and more terrifyingly refined. This isn't just an SUV. It's the evolution of a legacy. It doesn't beg for attention. It commands it. The boxy frame, exposed hinges, side exit exhausts. They're all still here. Not for nostalgia, but because they've earned their right to stay. But now it's sharper, smoother, electrified, and far more dangerous than ever before. Push open the door, and you're welcomed by silence. Not because the world stopped, but because this cabin is built to keep it out. The doors close with that signature Mercedes thud. Bank vault meets private jet. You don't climb in. You step into a different league. Leather meets metal in all the right places. Napa upholstery wraps every surface with military precision. The ambient lighting, soft yet dramatic, washes the cabin in subtle glow. And the moment your hands touch the heated steering wheel, you realize this isn't about luxury. It's about power dressed in its most elegant form. A dual 12.3-inch display stretches across the dash. No clutter, no chaos, just smooth transitions and intuitive controls. MBUX greets you like it knows your name. It reads your gestures, hears your voice, and tailors a drive to you. Wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, over-the-air updates, and real-time off-road data. It's all here, seamless and ready. Then you tap the throttle. In the G580 Electric, all four wheels respond instantly. No hesitation, no lag, just pure, clean torque. 579 horsepower, 859 pound-feet, and the kind of launch that shouldn't be possible in something shaped like a tank. 0 to 60 in under 4.7 seconds, and it does it without a drop of fuel or a puff of smoke. But maybe you want noise, drama, fire. That's what the G63 is for. The twin-turbo V8 roars unapologetically, reminding the world that the internal combustion engine still knows how to party. And it's not just about speed. It's about presence. Whether you're in the EV or the V8, you feel it in your chest when you hit the road. And off-road, that's where the G-Class writes its legend. Engage low range. Lock the diffs. Turn on G-steering. And suddenly this box on wheels pirouettes around rocks and roots like it's ballet trained. The G-turn feature, spinning the entire SUV in place, feels like showing off because it is, and yet it works perfectly. And while the terrain shifts and challenges you, the cabin never flinches. The ride remains poised. The suspension adapts. The cameras watch every angle. The feedback on the display updates live. You aren't just driving anymore. You're orchestrating. But it's not all muscle and madness. The 2025 G-Wagon has matured. It thinks ahead. Adaptive cruise. Lane keeping. Attention assist. Route-based speed control. 360-degree vision. It knows the city as well as it knows the cliffs. And it's comfortable being in both. Daily driving isn't a compromise either. The turning radius is tighter now. The steering is smoother. And even in tight parking garages or urban traffic, the G feels manageable, confident, and unbothered. You might think you're piloting a mountain, but you never feel like you're dragging one. And then there's ownership. The feeling that starts when the engine stops. Concierge service, software that improves over time, customizations that make your G-Wagon yours. It's not just a vehicle. It's a lifestyle, an investment in permanence. Because here's the thing. You don't buy a G-Wagon because it's the best in one category. You buy it because it's the best in its own universe. It doesn't compromise. It doesn't apologize. And it doesn't care what the rest of the road thinks. The 2025 G-Class is evolution without surrender, technology without ego, comfort without softness, power without pollution. If you choose the G580 EQ, and when you park it for the night, step out, and take one last look, you won't see just an SUV. You'll see the same icon that's conquered mountains, cities, and imaginations for over 40 years. Only now, it's ready for the next 40. This is the G-Wagon. And in 2025, it didn't just stay the king. It became a smarter one. So, what's it really like to live with the G-Wagon every day? That's the part they don't tell you in the spec sheets. It's not just about the numbers. Not just the 4.7 seconds to 60 or the 579 horsepower. It's about how it makes you feel when you start it up in the morning, when you back it out of the driveway and every head turns. Not because you're loud, but because you're unmistakable. The G-Class isn't built to blend in. It's built to lead. Whether it's covered in snow, soaking in desert heat, or cruising down a coastal highway at golden hour, it holds its ground. It's wide, unapologetic, and sure of itself. And in a world obsessed with efficiency and subtlety, that kind of confidence is rare. Inside, everything is built around the driver, but not in a selfish way. It's just focused. From the raised seating position, you feel above everything, literally and metaphorically. The windshield is near vertical. The dash is squared. The pillars are thick. Yet visibility? Surprisingly good. Cameras handle the rest. And then there's a sound system, optional Burmester 3D surround audio. When it plays, it doesn't just fill the cabin. It fills you. Every frequency, perfectly tuned, bouncing off handcrafted surfaces like a private concert. Whether you're blasting hip-hop, classical, or the raw silence of your own thoughts, the G-Wagon adjusts the world around you. Even your phone fits right in. Wireless charging for USB-C ports and a 115V outlet makes sure you're never disconnected. Whether you're filming content, editing, or just navigating a long road trip, this is your command center. Google Maps, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Pick your digital assistant. The G supports it. Range anxiety? It's not a phrase the G580 knows. With over 290 miles of estimated range and fast charging up to 200 kilowatts, you'll be topped up before you finish your coffee. It preconditions the battery for DC fast charging, warms, or cools the cabin before you even step in, and updates itself quietly while you sleep. But what sets it apart isn't tech. It's attitude. The G-Wagon is old-school strength reborn for a digital world. It doesn't try to be something it's not. It knows what it is, an icon, a benchmark, a symbol of power, precision, and permanence. And yet, somehow, it's personal. There's something about being inside a G-Class that makes you feel ready. Ready to face the day. Ready to leave the city behind. Ready to chase whatever it is you're chasing. It doesn't matter if you're going to photo shoot a mountain trail, a red carpet, or just your favorite quiet road. When you drive this thing, the journey becomes a destination. Everything you see, everything you feel, everything it makes you feel. It's more than a machine. It's an extension of ambition. So whether you're driving the fire-breathing G63 or the eerily silent G580 EQ, what you're really getting is the same soul, the same steel backbone, the same unmistakable posture, just with a new mindset, one built for tomorrow. You'll notice the way people react when you roll by. Some stare, some nod, some take out their phones. But most just get quiet, because there are cars that impress. And then there are cars that silence a room. This is one of those cars. When you step out, close the door behind you, and hear that familiar click, you don't just walk away from a drive. You walk away from an experience. Something very few vehicles give you anymore. Something real. And that's why, in 2025, the G-Wagon isn't just relevant. It's revolutionary. Without shouting, without changing its name, without losing its soul. Because legends don't retire. They just upgrade.